What's good, YouTube? We have the winner from the Season 1 Mario Gaming World Circuit Championship. We have Germinx here. Hi, Germinx.
Hello. Hello, chat.
What deck did you play today, and why did you play it?
I play X-Antibody because I think it has a good chance against the meta just because how annoying it is with getting big stacks that you cannot remove. And I also just like the archetype a lot.
Very nice. Well, you go ahead and do your deck profile, and I'll ask you questions along the way if I got them.
All right. So first, pretty standard, we start with the X for
Mm-hmm.
4 Doraemons. The draw power is just too good. So
Yeah.
let's play 4. But this guy, been testing just with him, and he comes out way more than you think to get like that extra swing to survive a security or to block something. So
Mm-hmm.
not removing this. I actually might think of like splitting it somehow, but Doraemon is just for consistency.
Sure.
Um, so you do want to see your pieces all the time, and they are very
Yep.
specific. Next we have the 4 Butamons, and for sure the 8 X-Antibodies you need to play for sure. Dormon just it's really good, making you stay in your place against when your opponent is trying to shove you memory. It's always good to just keep it in your hand to add it with an effect instead of putting it in the racing. Butamon is pretty nice just for there have been occasions like I could have a bigger stack and use the decoy. Like if I have enough memory, I could just hard play this and then evolve into a Darugamon, for example, to give him the blocker, and then the decoy can come up sometimes. Uh,
Yeah.
so there's that. Then the 4 Summons, just security like +1. I think this card is broken for level 3. Uh, just makes you all your stacks pretty much be more impactful and scary for your opponent. Like to because in if you have Sonari Summon in 2 turns with a big stack that they cannot delete, you're swinging for 4 or 5 securities with an Aero Greymon. Uh,
Mm.
so you can end up the game pretty quickly.
Okay.
Um, and then we'll have the Rugamons is a blocker, X-Antibody, nothing else to add there. The 1000 DP comes up with Alphamon.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to use like the Hisiarumon combo to evolve for 2, and you cannot use Alphamon's effect. So sometimes I can even add like 2 Darugamons to make Sunarizamon trigger or something funny like that. And I say the best level 4 of the deck is Gimbrimon. Giving
Mm-hmm.
blocker to anything is broken. I always want to see the scar and add it to the biggest stack. Always have a big blocker in the field, and I feel safe. Because you just extend up the game a lot. Your opponent starts to think they cannot swing, even if they have like 3 or 4 Digimons in the field. Uh, and
True.
then Rumblebon, just Ivory for game. That's it. He wins a lot of games just for being there because
Yep.
we do play too many tamers. So he always comes up. I always keep it in my hand unless I need to play it. It's the only level 4 I have.
Okay.
And Thor Greymon, just another. All the level 5s from this deck are really good.
Yep.
Just being immune to deletion. Security +1 is a surprise for the opponent when you add it from another effect. And it's usually a card you can just raise and play to keep like getting your racing area stacks and increasing your Digimon count.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard to delete. You can delete it, but it depends on the matchup when you want to do it that or not for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Hisiarimon. This card is also pretty good just for the fact that you can attack a big stack and pass over to your opponent while evolving. So you can just. I always try to have like a way to get into this guy to swing into uh, bigger stack. So even if I have like a tamer, and something that comes out a lot with black memory boost, you can just evolve into Grumblemon, then evolve into Hisharu and swing into the biggest stack and evolve into something else like Oriumon, and that will be like 14,000 already. Cannot be deleted. It's just really strong. And your opponent doesn't expect it at all.
Cool.
And for the level 6s, we have just the 2 Alphamons. I think just 2 is good, I will say. If it comes in security, it's nice sometimes because it goes to your hand, so the effect to block attacks never came out today, but it does come out sometimes. Flower Assassin, other times. Orumon is the best level 6 in my opinion.
Okay.
I might even play 4 for this because it's just good. It's like a system, 14,000. There's only Imperial can swing into it if they have like a Dino Demon or something like that. So it's really hard to remove. It deletes something against Mastermon. It can delete most of level 5, less than one of the Lady Devimons that causes 8 to play. And that's pretty much it. Like, this guy is like the safest bet you have. You have one of these and one you in the field, and it's really hard to remove.
It feels like it literally only loses to Chaos Degeneration.
Yeah, literally. Like, for Imperial can remove it, but it's kind of hard for them to do it. Like, they need some really specific cards.
Yeah. That's good.
So yeah, your worst enemy I think against Mastamon is security against Chaos Degrade. If they play it from hand, it doesn't really hurt that much because they're giving you too much memory.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then we have 2 Dorogoramons that they really didn't do much today. But they do. I feel I won't remove them for now. I was playing 3 alphas and 4 Oreos before, but sometimes the Dorugamon comes up nice with how big he can get with the DP.
Yeah.
And also removing stuff sometimes comes up against Imperial mostly, I will say. So yeah, for that we have the 4 Yuhis. Best Samer, you always want to see him.
Yeah.
Just because of the effect. To put something under him.
Okay.
And 3 Kotas. Before I was testing something weird, like playing like heroes instead of Kotas, so I could play like Daily Quick Clan.
Yeah.
That was a fun tag. It did help, but it made the deck for sure less consistent by a lot. So I'm definitely still playing this. Because I'm not playing too many like level 4s, just 12. Like that's a regular number, but you need to see your pieces, and you don't want to get your stack out before you get the full stack, because they can just kill it very quick, and after that, it's just a loss. And for Black Memory Boost, just consistency.
Of course.
There's not many like memory blockers. I feel this format. There's only seen Gasimons like in Master and Beelstar.
Yeah.
So it can be kind of annoying, but I don't think there's that many, so you have to worry about like playing this unless they already have it in the field.
Yep.
And the best card of the game, the deck. Sorry, Metal Cannon. I honestly always like. It's nice when you have a bigger stack, you have board control, and you don't have like an optimal play like, at the end of your turn. So you just play this for 2, choke your opponent memory, and you drew too many cards so you can get a second stack if something happens to the stack you already had. So it's just a one-off. It comes up a lot, to be honest. Uh, and it just feels really good to play, honestly. Drawing 7 cards, 6 cards is pretty broken.
Nice. I only have two questions for you. What's your opinion on Breath of the Gods in the deck? Because a lot of people have been transitioning to that lately.
Yeah, I was considering it, but I don't know if I like it, to be honest. Like, I might need to test it more. But I think it's very situational, even like maybe against Imperial, because it returns to your hand with um uh I forgot the name. Megadeth.
Yeah.
Um Mastermon doesn't really have a way to return it because it doesn't avoid KFC Grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's only against the Imperial matchup, and I feel this deck does very well against your Imperial just because you need to get your biggest stack. If you get a level 5 that has blocker, that means they already kind of swing with Piltramon most of the time, and that's
Right.
their whole like game plan, uh, just to swing 3 times with Piltramon. Uh, and
Okay.
I haven't struggled with Imperial really. I remember playing 3 times against Imperial. Your last week tourney.
Mm-hmm.
And I did pretty well against all 3 of them. And I
Nice.
think it's a good card. But I don't think I think it's very situational. I could feel if it's like replacing like a memory boost or if like 1 or 2 memory boosts
Mm-hmm.
for Breath of the Gods. But I won't do that for now. I need to
Okay.
test it.
And the last question I have: do you have any like tips or things to prioritize or anything that any aspiring X antibody players should know that work for you?
I mean, it's always what's tricky about the deck is what you want to put in your stack at the right time. I will
Right.
say, because you want to keep your hand in a position where you can do other stuff with another stack
Mm-hmm.
while maintaining a strong stack first. So you might have to do some weird plays um, here and there. But just never forget like as soon as you have one stack you need to try to make another one, so if they remove it you just keep doing it again and again, and trying to play a little aggressive with the Doru Greymons to avoid deletion, Hisuarumon, making them blockers early on so your opponent cannot swing you
Mm-hmm.
early. um and I think that's about it. Like um there's a lot of combos you can do, like a lot of really fun stuff you can do with X-Antibody that make it fun to play. Uh, just need to be a little creative, I guess, with what your decisions, and depends on the matchup a lot as well.
Okay. Nice. Well, I appreciate you taking your time out of the day to play in my tournament today and the deck profile. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for making the event.
Not a problem.